What's going on guys, it's your boy Mr. Woz, and in today's video I'll be testing another money maker from the OSRS Wiki, and this time it's collecting blue dragon scales in Taverly dungeon. Now I'm going to go through all of these money makers no matter how tedious the task is, and I'll switch things up depending on what you guys want me to do in the comment section below. Okay guys, we didn't reach the 3,000 subscriber goal, but we did gain a few hundred subscribers, which is cool, and I appreciate all the love and support on my community posts that I made, and it means a lot. So what I'm going to do for you guys is when I hit 3,000 subscribers, which will be soon hopefully, I'll be doing a 50ml giveaway, and I mentioned this on my community post that I made recently. So it will be a win-win for you guys. So to enter, you will need to subscribe if you haven't already, and comment below on my community post that I made about this giveaway, and that's pretty much it. So I'm going to continue with the video. Now these blue dragon scales was released on the 27th of February 2002, so a very long time ago, and you can actually make a decent amount of GP spending minimal in supplies. Now according to the OSRS Wiki, you can make around 295k GP profit per hour, which is not too bad if you want fast GP, and also the wiki mentions I'll be spending around 10k on Falador teleports as well. I won't be gaining any XP of course, so it'll be just the GP per hour I'll be focusing on. Also the wiki mentions you can collect 550 scales per hour, but this all depends on your agility level and of course how fast you collect the scales. Now before I go into the requirements, I'm going to show you how to get to Taverly dungeon. Now most of you guys know, but for those who don't know and are fairly new to the game, there is a number of ways, but I'm going to show you the two fastest methods. So the fastest method will be setting your POH location at Taverly, and you could do this by talking to any estate agent in RuneScape, and you will need to spend 5k. Once you're outside the portal, just run south for around 20 to 25 seconds and then you'll be at the dungeon. Or if you have a Maxscape like I do, you can teleport to any of the POHs, but in this case it'd be Taverly, run south and then you'll be at the dungeon. The second fastest way is using a Falador teleport and running west, then climb over the agility shortcut and then carry on north until you reach the dungeon. Now once you've got a full inventory of scales and you want to bank, you can use your Falador teleport and go to the west bank, and if you want to get your run energy back, you can use the free minigame teleport every 30 minutes to the Ferox Enclave. It will show up as Clan Wars, but it will take you to the Enclave. And whilst you wait for the 30-minute cooldown, you can use a ring of jewel into the Ferox Enclave as well. Now there is some requirements to make this method efficient, so let's start off with the skill requirements. You will need a minimum of 63 agility, but 70 agility is strongly recommended, so you can use the agility shortcut on the right hand side as soon as you climb down the ladder, and this will make your GP per hour a lot higher when collecting the scales. Otherwise, if you have 63 agility, you'll have to use the other shortcut by running all the way round, and if you have less than 63 agility, you'll have to take the longest route, which then it won't be worth collecting these scales. Next requirement is having 37 magic, so you can teleport to Falador, which is a nice low requirement. The next skill requirement is optional, but I think it's recommended for players with low agility levels. So having 70 construction, so you can build a revitalization pool so you can get your run energy back to 100%. Now for the gear setup, all you need is weight reducing clothing, so full graceful will be your best option as you'll be running around a lot. For the items in my inventory, I'm not taking anything as I can use the 70 agility shortcut, and as I am 99 agility, I should be fine for a good few trips before using my POH to get my run back, and also I can use my Maxscape for the daily 100% run recharge. But for those who have a low agility level, I would take 1 to 2 stamina potions just to keep your run energy up. Also, if you are lower than 70 agility, you will need a dusty key to enter the gates to get to the Blue Dragon area. You can get this key near the Lava Eel fishing spot south of the Blue Dragon area. Now one important item to take with you, and that is an anti-dragon shield to protect yourself from the dragonfire attacks. Next I'll take a few pieces of food, but this is only aimed at lower level players. The dragons will hit often as you're not anti-fired up, and the time you collect a full inventory of scales you'll be on low health. Now as always, there are some tips and tricks when doing this method which will make you be able to collect these faster and will also help with your overall profit, but there's only one tip I can think of. So the tip is to turn your NPC attack options to hidden. Now when doing this, you can actually left click under the dragons to collect the scales instead of right clicking the scale and then left clicking to pick it up, and this really helps you collect more scales per hour and make the most GP per hour. So as I mentioned before, that is the only tip I can think of, and if there's any other tips, let me know in the comment section below. Okay, so I've been here for around 30 minutes now, and I think I'm definitely going to collect more scales than what the wiki mentions, just because of the tip I mentioned a minute ago. Now I also realised that these scales are 605 coins each, which is a lot more than I thought, and there is a use for the scales, and that is to create anti-fire potions as well as weapon poison potions by using your pestle mortar on the scales to create dragon scale dust, and then use the dust on the Land of Time unfinished potion to create a 3-dosed anti-fire, but you will lose 1.5k per potion made. And for the weapon poison, you will need to use the dust on a Kawam unfinished potion, and making this you will lose 1.4k per potion made, so I will just sell the scales for the most amount of GP. Okay guys, so coming up to the 1 hour mark now, and this isn't the most fun method as you can imagine, but looking forward to seeing how much I've made within the hour, and I think I've done pretty well. Okay, so here is all the dragon scales I collected within 1 hour, so let's price check this and see how much I've made. 388k, now that's pretty decent to be fair. The hidden NPC attack option did help a lot as I got 700 dragon scales on the dot. Now I didn't spend any money on supplies just because I was using my max cape to teleport to taverly, to bank, as well as using my POH to use my pool to restore my run energy. Otherwise I would have spent some GP on Falador teleports as well as Ring of Jewelings. So altogether my total profit comes to 388k and 500 GP. So going back to the OSRS Wiki, and it was saying I could have made 295k GP profit per hour, which is 550 blue dragon scales. So I managed to gain an extra 90k GP profit as well as collecting an extra 150 blue dragon scales as well, so really pleased about that. Now the profits from the previous video ended with 13,141,693 GP, and after the money I made from this video, which is 388k and 500 GP, my total profit now is 13,530,193 GP, so really pleased about that. So that is the end of the video guys. If you liked this video, make sure you give us a big thumbs up like always, comment below on what moneymaker I should be testing next, and subscribe to the channel if you are new, and turn on those notifications so you'll be the first one to watch my videos. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.